expecting this place to be filled up. Whether it is because of the rain, but those who couldn't drive, they are here, and we are grateful. And we pray that my people also need to drive. I know when it is raining, then they have an excuse. I'm not driving, and I cannot go to the taxis. And that's the whole idea of standing with God and support, blessing Israel, so that they can also be blessed. We are in a continent that when you go to the history, we see even Jesus Christ himself was here in Africa, in Egypt. All the gentlemen we talk about it in the Old Testament, they were all here in Africa, in Egypt. And when you go to history, we are told that the first country to be civilized is Egypt. And then we ask, where did we lost it? Because with all these promises and the blessings, we have definitely lost it. But now this morning, while we are here, it is our first time we are gathering under Cape to Cairo Israel mission, which was a vision last time, and this time it is registered in the South African government. Yeah. Usually they say if a prophet comes in and he prophesies this is going to take place and it doesn't come to pass, you stone him.
Yes.
So the Lord has saved me from being stoned.
We've been reluctant.
So yeah, we are grateful that the ministry is now registered officially. And I was saying, because when we invited the Member of Parliament, Honorable Steve Swart, I said, I'm calling a Member of Parliament to come and address us, and we are not registered. Then if he asks me, Reverend, are you registered? What am I going to say? And we were sitting waiting before the Lord, and on Wednesday I had a telephone call that checking your email. And then I went to the email, and there was a letter that yes, we are registered. And I felt the burden going off my shoulders. And we are sitting in an institution that is recognized by the government of South Africa. Our mission is to conscientize African leadership and African Christians to stand and bless Israel, the land of Israel, and the Jewish people. But once we are doing that, we cannot bless people who are in Israel when our people here, they are still suffering. So we want to stand. We stand as friends of Africa, of Israel, from Africa. The ministry, our vision is not only for Cape Town or South Africa. We're looking at Africa. Leadership in Africa at this stage, it is not there. Talk of political leadership, it is not there. Talk of the church leadership, the church leadership, when you listen to the stories, church is being bombed every now and then. People throwing bombs when people are worshiping. The church is not speaking. The Christian voice has been silenced. And we talking of a Christian prophetic voice, not only speaking of Cape Town or South Africa, but Africa. So we're looking at Africa. Well, we are great. We are represented here by Pastor Daniel, is from Uganda. Pastor Joseph is not yet in, he's from DRC. And we have got a number of them from North Africa who are part of this. We're looking to stand with Israel, support the Jewish people, and support the land of Israel. Now what we do, we're not just going to fast and pray for them. When we meet, we take collection, and that collection must go to the place that will be identified. Our brother Myron Phillips was in Israel, identified 2 places where we should, that we can support. Ben Limitus said they've identified some places where we can also give our support. We in Africa, from the African black people, we have been recipients of everything, that the good, the bad, and the ugly. We have never been taught to give. And it is time we are saying, as African people, we also need to take and give. We have been given everything. Jobs. When you see a toy and you want to see who is the boss, that's a white man comes in and the rest are blacks toy. Because they are the receivers, they are the recipient of everything that is there. When you go to church, when you tell our people to give, they tell you, but we have been given all the clothing and everything from America and everything. Say, no, it's time we give. So we need, as the church, as Christians, to start learning to give. And when we give, we need to be very faithful. If we raise 5 rand, if we raise 500, make sure that 500, it is raised for Israel, it must go to Israel. It is not for us to buy computers and everything else. When we are here, we have come up today because we are registered. Those who are working with us, we will ask for those who are committed to stand with us in this organization for your membership. Because as we expand, members of the Cape to Cairo Israel mission will be the people who will then end up voting, taking leadership and guidance. Now, when you see the political arena in Africa, things are very bad. And we don't have Christians in the political realm. Thank God we have our brother here, who is a member of parliament. If we can have more members of parliament being Christians, then at least we have to take control. At this stage, we don't have any control. In South Africa alone, COSATU is the voice that speaks more than the church. When COSATU says, you don't buy anything from Israel, everybody that should. And then you say, when you read the statistics, they say South Africans, 80% of South Africans are Christians. So why is that 80% of South Africans are listening to COSATU and not doing anything? Which means if 80% of South Africans are Christians, that means 80% in the COSATU are Christians. And why are they controlled by minority? We need the voice of Christians to speak. We came up, by God's grace, with Christian Finance House because we were looking at the economic control, which we didn't have. And because in South Africa, not only in South Africa, in Africa there's no Christian bank. The Greeks have got a bank, Bank of Athens. The Muslims have got a bank, the Islamic Bank. What is happening with them, when you go, South Africa has got some of policies which are very good. You want to start business, you go and put your business plan to the bank. They look at it, you need 500,000 rand. They say, this works, but you need to put your own money. African people, and some of us, don't have that 10% or 20%. Then you go to the Islamic bank, they say, oh, you want 20%? Yes. They give you 20%, but then I go there as Ruben Chabasuka. When I come back, I must be Yusuf Chabasuka because they must change myself to be converted to Islam. Right. And this is happening. On Sundays, like Saturdays today, on Sundays, and churches, times you come to church, the church is full. And next time, they are not full because they have asked you to go to work. So economically, we are not in control. In the spiritual, prophetic voices have been silenced. So that's where we're saying, that's enough. We need to ignite the prophetic voice. We need economic to be controlled by the Christians. Now, as we do that, whatever we do, God says when you bless Israel, I will bless you. The Jewish people have gone through tremendous hardships. They are still going through such hardships. And at times we meet as pastor, what we need today, let's stand with Israel so that we can have a blessing. We forget that these people are human beings who are still going through such tremendous pressure, opposition from everywhere. They are